Well, everybody, it's time to ask the all-important question. How many duels will we have to surrender to get up from gold silver 3 to silver 2? 60 card deck, 13 card extra. We're going to basically look like be playing some Blue Eyes White Dragon. New good old Blue Eyes support here. Melody to get Jet, and then to get a normal Blue Eyes. The big question is, can my opponent do anything more with this? The White Stone. Okay. White Stone for the little blue, the Spirit of Blue, and then now we can add a Blue Eyes from deck to hand, so now we can have more Blue Eyes White Dragon Man. Now we got a Mausoleum White. By the way, if you hear any squeaky toys going off, that is my dog gladly squeaking the squeaky toy. It really kind of matters what he ends on, because again, at this point right now, all we have is Sky Striker Afterburners, but the problem is we'll have to go after, Then we got a Blue Eyes. During main phase, you can normal summon one level 1 light tuner addition to your normal such set. Turn, you can target one face up monster you control, send one normal monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard. And if you do, the target monster gains attack and defense equal to level. So all we did was make it eyes of this blue. We got the Jet in hand, which is annoying, by the way. So I'm trying to think like what's our option to trying to deal with Jet Dragon. Because Jet comes out at this point right here. Oh, or the Jet Dragon will not come out. I thought Jet Dragon gets to come out if something dies. Yes, we're grabbing the donut. Get me a donut! Well, how does Jet? Other cards you control, you're going to use effect the following of turn currently activate them while Blue Eyes White Dragon is on your field or in your graveyard. Oh, okay. Blue Eyes White Dragon's not in the graveyard. So that's why Jet isn't triggering. You actually need a Blue Eyes White Dragon in the graveyard. You use each of the following effects of Blue Eyes White Jet once per turn and will only activate them while Blue Eyes White Dragon is on the field or in the graveyard. If a card on the field is destroyed by battle or since. Okay, so that's why that is why Jet hasn't appeared just yet. I just put that in the imperm column. It doesn't matter. So that's why we haven't seen Jet just yet. There's no Blue Eyes White Dragon. This is Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. That is not a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Okay. Here, I always thought Jet was just a whole lot more powerful, but I guess I always never realized that it needed all of its effects to be active while, you know, a Blue Eyes White Dragon was in my opponent's graveyard or on the field. So the Jet and Dragon right now in his hand is a brick. Until he gets a Blue Eyes White Dragon into the graveyard. Last Hell with Destiny might be pretty good here because, again, we'll be able to utilize it. This guy... No, we're not going to Dimension. And we're not going to DDG just a single Keeper of the Shrine. Successor Soul. Tribute one effect monster, target one effect monster controls, enter the graveyard, take special one level 7 or higher monster from your hand. This is probably going to be Jet. Yeah, you can send outlets to the graveyard. Whatever he sends, I'm just going to bottomless. Oh my goodness, Blue Eyes White Dragon! Blue Eyes, go away! Begone, Blue Eyes! No one wants any blue eyeballs over here. This should summon Jet now. Oh no, it didn't. Well, I guess theoretically, because on resolution, Blue Eyes White Dragon is not on a graveyard or in the board. Charles is pretty nice. That might actually come in handy. Okay. We'll do this. Then we'll summon Owly Man. I think we are very close to winning. So 35 plus 18, it's 53. So we're not going to win this turn at all. But Blast Held with Destiny actually will win us the game if we can actually kill a thing. Battle. We will set the Chalice. Well, yes, Chalice gives us 400 attack. It's still not enough to actually physically win, and I'd rather use the Chalice for a negate on something Blue Eyes related. You know, I think it's going to be more hilarious if we actually win with Blast Hail by Destiny. Because physically, we don't physically die, and I think it's whenever opponent's monster declares an attack. And I can just destroy the Sure, man. All you get rid of is the Dark Worm. The Eldritch can't die by battle via the effect of being resurrected. Oh, he must have just not read Eldritch in his life, I guess, because Eldritch can't die via anything. So that was fun. We got the win. We just had to play Blue Eyes Brick Dragon. I'm surprised that Blue Eyes Brick Dragon is even 60 cards, if I'm being a little honest. Well, we didn't have to surrender at all to get our first win. That's what I like to see. Win, win, win. Chicken dinner go to me. Victory! Alright. A Legacy Pack and a Master Pack. One of Master Duel's finest Master Packs, please. That does not look like a good vintage pack. Alright, what do we got? You know, it's a Paleozoic. It's not a good Paleozoic. This just basically returns a banished card to the graveyard. That's all it is. If that had been the Paleozoic that we can pitch a card to banish stuff, that goes in the deck instantly. Scrap Searcher, I believe this is like literally for the Scrap archetype. We've seen the Magnus card, Magnus Slayer. Go Power Rangers! Mighty Morphing Power Rangers! Ice Jade. Galactic Spiral Dragon. This is pretty neat. While this card is in your hand or graveyard, control 2 or more light or dark dragon monsters. But again, this really works only if we're running like some kind of like light and dark dragon type archetype. Falling Down. That's what art is that? It's described by targeting opponent's monster equipped to this card. Take control of it. Destroy this card unless you control an Archfiend card. During each opponent's standby phase, you take 800 damage. Alright, so it's absolutely useless for us except for like... Oh no, we can't even like keep the card active because we won't have an Archfiend. Alright, Deep Sea Carrier Cruiser IX, and then another Pearly! We can see more of the Pearly stuff, that'd be pretty good. I'm not saying it's a great deck, but, you know, maybe a strategy could come along with it. Alright, nothing out of the Master Pack that we really are going to do anything with in the deck. The Fall Down was needed if we didn't have the big fat restriction of Marchfiend. Our next, hey look everybody, we've talked about Archfiends. Here's an Archfiend Empress. I think I would rather have, I think it's the Empress or the one that's the Pendulum monster that can remove itself and then nuke back row. I like that one in my collection. Control exactly what, if exactly one face a Dark Fiend monster on the field, except this card will be destroyed. Battle, you can banish one Dark Fiend monster from your graveyard instead. When this card is destroyed and sent to the field to the graveyard, you can target one level 6 or higher Dark Fiend monster in your graveyard. Set yourself a special summon it. We're not playing it. And Chorus of the Sanctuary. Increase the defense of all defense position monsters by 500 points. Congratulations, we're not playing that one either. Alright, one more win until Silver 2. Let's go grab it. Alright, my opponent and I are planning to attempt to rank up. Another 60 card deck, 15 card extra deck this time. He may be playing some Light Sworns. D-Shifter on the Light Sworns is pretty good. Because I'm pretty sure before they all resolve, I think we can D-Shifter to force all the mill to go to the Banish Zone. Other than that, we opened okay. I mean, the Rock is good depending on what our opponent is playing. No, we're going to be playing Elderly Man. Okay. So far, not really much to do with Eldritch. Not really a purpose right now to even utilize Dimension Shifter. A 60-card Eldritch deck and you pull Cursed Eldland. Well, I mean, you need it, especially if you don't get Eldritch in 60 cards. Eldritch could be a 40-card deck, by the way. Eldritch does not need to be 60 cards. Eldritch works perfectly fine at 40 cards. It's a trap-based strategy. You actually want to see, like, your good trap cards. Alright, so he's got an Eldritch. The only thing he can send with Eldritch is Cursed Eldland. Now, if he decides to be a little bit on the dumber side... Oh man, I should have shotgunned... Well, I guess that's really kind of pointless to shotgun the shifter. Is that a Makonko card? Makonko Eldritch. We'll hit this with the shifter. I mean, if he wants to bring out Eldritch this turn and have the defense, he's going to have to basically banish the card. Now, not much I can do against Eldritch here because, again, so it's Makonko Harraid the Sword. So it's Makonko Eldritch. Well, that's an interesting combination. We still have never beaten the Makonko archetype. And all this basically means I think I take all the battle damage. Put by card effect during the main phase, you can summon a Makonko monster from your hand or deck with a different original name than the equipped monster. If you do equip card, then return the monster that was previously equipped with the card to your hand. If this card is not equipped with an equipped card, you take no battle damage for battle on this card. If this card is equipped with equipped card, it cannot be destroyed by battle, and your opponent takes any battle damage you would... Okay, so yeah. That's the problem. The Makonkos all state this way. If they're equipped, I take all the battle damage. So as of right now, I mean, I'm not exactly sure how we even out the board state. Eldritch comes out next turn. I guess that point we can swords it. Again, Eldritch just constantly comes out. No, not with... If he didn't have the Eldritch in his graveyard, I wouldn't be a little better about it. But I'm thinking with the Eldritch in his graveyard, there's no way we're out-cycling that Eldritch. Alright, back to this normal duel field. We're finally away from 60 card decks against... I won't say that. I guess you all can read it. I'm not going to risk YouTube finding me. Hand-wise, hand's pretty nice. As we got the heroes. I'm not too afraid about it. Gardala does deal with DPE. So, we're That's not the hero I would have thought we would have grabbed. Honest Neos. Do we already have Stratos in hand? Typically you want to go grab Stratos and Stratos. This is another player that's starting with Shadow Mist. Another person starting with Shadow Mist. I think Shadow Mist has to hit the graveyard to get her effect off. Yes. I mean, we're still safe, even if DPE is a threat. Doesn't Honest Neos just target light, or is it any hero? So it's just a hero. Well, unfortunately, I don't think his hero is going to be living very long. Okay. He's got a response in his hand. If he had Max C, he would have Max C'd, here pretty soon. Well, fortunately enough, you're not going to get the Shadow Mist search. And I know for a fact you don't have access to Imperm. The only thing that would have threatened me there is if he had Effect Veiler. Instant contact, huh? Okay, does Shining Nevos give power? Yes, he does. Okay, so I can actually continue my punch on this, because Shining Neos gives attack, not defense. Alright, unless he's got something else. Oh right, I forgot, it can't be destroyed. Can't be destroyed by battle. Okay. A 2,500 point monster actually isn't that bad of an idea. Let's grab it for ourselves. He has something in his hand he can trigger. Is it because of Elemental Hero Neos? I guess it's Honest Neos' quick effect that he's allowing for the triggering. Alright, we go to end phase. You can't be destroyed by battle. This doesn't destroy battle, this just pops. Yep. I will now create a token. Fascinating. Alright, so we can pop a back row. We still have a kaiju to deal with something as long as he doesn't go crazy on board states. Man, talk about it. I attacked right into a spirit. But again, how did I know he had a spirit? Liquid Kid. Well, unfortunately, no things there. Pay 1,000 life points, summon a guy. I think there's also, but I think it turns off its effect. Yeah, it's also has effects negated. I don't think I can attack. Monster can attack. Its effects are negated. Also returns to the extra deck. Okay, so what is this to get Anki? Onk? I think that's the acid. When this card special destroys many spell trap cards your opponent controls, possible when you do, all monsters they control lose 3 ranged attack. That's disgusting. Wow, that's disgusting. I just lost all my scales. We'll talk about getting a mass change into everything you needed. And there's no way I'm recovering from that. Oh, here comes the honest Neos. Ugh. Guy does not have a good start for his heroes, but suddenly has everything to counteract everything on my board. All because I gave him the search off of the Neos. I mean, I guess I attacked this. The problem is, unless I see my other kaiju, I guess we're not dead on their technicality. But we're not, it was definitely living, so I guess we'll try another turn. I mean, we'll try another turn. I only take 600 from, or 800 from this attack. So unless he can somehow, like, kill me here, we get one more draw. But unless my next draw is my other kaiju, I think we're dead. Because I don't really have any way to deal with this unless we get Gongato. If we can get Gongato, that's perfectly fine. Oh no, wait, we lost Gongato. So unless we see like Dark Worm to get Donut, and then pray and hope we see our other 8 scale. Oh, that does give us Gizmek. That does give us Gizmek. We don't get Gizmek. I mean, wow, talk about having an Ash in hand too. He had everything. Ugh. He had every counter on me. So we're not dead. He's top decking, and I'm still holding 1 card. Which again, if we see the kaiju, heck, if I see Gizmek on my next draw, that's perfectly fine. I think honestly, even dumping the leaf would have actually been good there. Dumping the leaf actually here would have been pretty nice as well. E-Call too. Ugh. Top decking E-Call. Top deck of a lifetime. Shadow Mist, sure. There are people allergic now to Stratos? Are people now allergic to Stratos? Because it feels like now we've seen 2 hero players grab Shadow Mists, summon Shadow Mists, and could grab anything. Except they don't seem to grab the 1 card they probably should be grabbing. I guess both of those to the graveyard. Infernal. This does get him a hero. Summon, you can reveal 1 hero fusion monster in your extra deck. If you do, add up to 2 of the fusion potential on the card with different names from your deck to your hand. Okay. Man, now I really wish we had been... well, I guess Gizmek wouldn't matter, because even if we bent Gizmek, we couldn't bring Gizmek out and use his effect to pop Acid off the board. We would have had to have drawn Gizmek, played Gizmek. Well, no, we would have needed Gizmek in the hand, because he can't use both effects the same turn. He did normal summon, so the Vion can't normal summon. Shining, so that gets him Neos. So he's got Vion and Neos, and there's favorite contact. Trying to think. Yeah, I definitely don't see the win now. It was a good try for us, but I think we know what's coming next. Alright. 3rd game, everybody, 3rd game. Alright. What we playing? Standard deck, standard extra deck. We opened the big rock. Well, I know one thing this Typhoon's gonna do, but unfortunately it's not gonna matter right now because we're still actually missing one piece to the puzzle. He needs to set another back row card. He ain't gonna set another back row card because there's no reason to set another back row card with the sarcophagus. So we dumped the Imseti. We got the spaghetti out of the hand. Oh my gosh. This is even worse. We got sarcophagus and Dark Magician together. Oh, it just couldn't just be Dark Magician. It had to be both. Ugh. So that means he's got the Horus monsters and Dark Magician I have to deal with. I don't know if I can deal with any of that. Okay, what's the worser threat? I think the worser threat, honestly, is the sarcophagus. We just can't let the sarcophagus resolve. I just honestly cannot let him just dump all those monsters for free value. As much as I hate the magical circle, he has to special summon Dark Magicians to get it to work. So the most he can do here is Soul Servant for the trap, and that's really it. Or he can set a guy. Okay, well, we walked out of that one alive. I'm not sure if I want to trigger a Day of the Peace. Okay, so Eldritch can get rid of this without a doubt, and then I can basically just ensure this deck doesn't do a thing. Eldritch send a Day of Peace. Get the spell card off the board so I don't have to deal with it. Set this. We Eldritch. So this would force, like, the Soul Servant. How much we want to bet that's Robes? Well, I don't think Robes survives an Eldritch. It was an Ash Blossom. Alright, so he's got Soul Servant in hand, and that's really all I know. So unless he draws himself another Imseti Spaghetti to get himself another sarcophagus, or drew an Imseti Spaghetti, right now I don't have to worry about the sarcophagus activating. Okay, so I mean, this just gets him a Dark Magician. So this gets him what, Rod? Rod to get the circle? Yep, Rod to get the circle. It sucks, but again, he can't resolve the circle unless he special summons a Dark Magician. The problem is I just need, like, I wish this Predaplan monster had been like our trap card or something that could dealt with the back row. Wonder if you already had the illusion in hand too. Secrets of Dark Magic. That is not the card I would have thought we would have been grabbing. What are we summoning up? Secrets of Dark Magic. I thought we were going to get another circle. I would have thought we would have gone for a second circle. Circle again, search the top. But you have Soul Servant in hand too. Does Soul Servant need like a specific way to resolve? I thought it resolved pretty well. Place one card top of your deck. We mentioned Dark Magician. During your main phase, you can banish a card from your graveyard. Draw cards equal to the number of Paladin, Dark Magician, or Dark Magician girls with different names in the field and in your graveyard. Okay, so he wouldn't actually be able to resolve that. He'd be able to put a card on top of his deck, but he wouldn't be able to resolve the draw. Because he didn't have a bin Dark Magician Paladin or anything. I just don't know. Like, what does this make? Rod, Magician, Soul Servant now does activate here. The Dark Magicians. So he does have the ability to go Soul Servant here. Soul Servant effect. My big question is, what does he Soul Servant for? We set one. By the way, he's DNCing. Okay, I think if this dies, I think it just special summons a bunch of things. If this thing is dead, you can summon both Dark Magician Girl from your hand, deck, or graveyard. What's our play? because I really don't think I want to give him a bunch of bodies. I think that's our play for right now. Until we draw something that helps us. I mean, Afterburners is not helping us. I'm surprised he hasn't burned Soul Servant yet. Like at all. I thought by now we would have done Soul Servant to get the trap. Illusion. To get another rod, I would guess. Yep. I guess if he extends this turn, I guess we do have our big rock. The problem is our big rock's going to be massive for attack. So as of right now, I'm still not seeing how we're getting a winning game stay here. Rod effect. He must have put the Soul Servant back on the top deck. There's Circle. If the set card's the trap, I'm dead. Interesting to do Soul Servant so Dark Magical Circle actually gets the resolve here. The problem is if the set card is the trap, I don't have any way to guard myself. He just summons a Dark Magician, that's 3 summons. Yeah, that just gives him the Eternal Soul. And that sets it too, so I mean, he can activate it. I mean, unless he DNCs. Yeah, no, we're done. Yeah, I see the line. I'm just going to lose my L Lich and there's nothing I can do about it. Alright, folks. Well, I'm not exactly sure what game we're on. Either this is the Pity Pack turn or we are 1 away from the Pity Pack turn. Or the game. 47 card main. Pop-up parade. This does not look like a self-burn FT. This is a self-TK bot? I'm a little afraid. I'm like... You okay? Well, at least we know where our opponent stands. Again, and won't get political or talk about that, but now I'm afraid, like, what is this? He self-TK'd himself twice. If the player has no cards in your hand, and then in the start of draw phase, they can draw 1 more card in addition. This card's controller loses 700 life points. 100 life points? 5 points, 0. When face-up card is... I'm glad my friend here let me win. I don't know. That definitely doesn't feel like a bot. I have no idea. Who cares? He gave me the win, by the way. It was also his rank up game, too, so I'm not exactly sure if the thing was ranking up. But... yeah, so we ranked up. Doesn't matter anyways. We got a legacy pack. We got a master pack. Let's go open them up. One fine master pack. What vintage do we have today? Smells good. Alright, so what are we doing? We got Infernity Queen. This is for the Infernity archetype because it really works around having no cards in your hand. So we need to have Infernity stuff. Okay, we're getting a lot of secret packs here. And Raptite. Raptite is actually a good card. That is a good card there, folks. If we can get a Emancipator strategy going. Pixie. Ebon's Sun, which is if face-up monster control would be destroyed by battle card effects, you gain life points equal to the original pack. Monster is special summon from field face-up from your graveyard. You can target one of them against 1,000 attack. A spell trap card is discarded from your hand to the graveyard. You can target one of them add to your hand. So it's a neat little card. We're not going to be playing it. We got another one of these warriors. a mantis for trap tricks, which I think in the last one of the first episodes of March, I think I called these predaplants. And a side frame multi-threader. Alright, 3 secret packs. Ritual Beats Ulti Common Falcos. This only really works if we have a Ritual Beast archetype to work with. We don't have any of that. So we got Ties to Mother Nature, the Proximian Relinquished, True Awakening. Okay, we'll take those. We'll take those. Means we're just going to be playing a little longer. Ooh, don't know if I'm mentally ready for that. Alright, anyways, we got a Deep Fish Death Charge. Tribute 1 fish monster to 1 card in the field. Okay, yep. And Miracle Dig. If at least 5 monsters are banished, target 3 of them, return to the graveyard. Okay. Hot garbage, as per normal. Alright, we need 3 wins. We got 3 secret packs to get. Here we go. Here we go. Alright. We opened well. Full scale line. Pop, and the normal summon. I'll take that. That's not a half bad hand at all. As we wait to figure out what our opponent is playing. Was that just a normal monster? It's just the Soul Eater! Someone play the Soul Eater intro music now. I would, but I'm pretty sure I'd get copyright claimed. Alright. We got a Soul Eater. We drew pretty well too for that. Anyways, let's pop the Soul Eater. Let's see if there's anything fancy in the back row here. With our vanilla, a Living Wonder of Mystery card. Wonder what mystery it holds. Type 0 Magic Crusher. Discard 1 spell card from your hand and inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent's life points. Sure. Sure, my friend. What was that? The Dangerous Machine Type 6. This is the one where you roll the 6-sided die that determines what happens. Alright. Level Conversion Lab. Select 1 monster in your hand and show it to your opponent. Roll a 6-sided die. The result is 1. Send the selected monster to the graveyard. The result is 2 through 6. The level of the selected monster becomes equal to the results until the end of the turn. What, is this just vanilla monster beatdown? Sure, I'll take that. Alright. I don't know what is happening at all. We'll just summon this guy. Punch our opponent in the face. Set this and pass. Alright, very interesting gameplay we got here. That is, for sure. That is for sure here. We know he's got a vanilla monster in his hand. That's really about it. Guess we'll have to figure out this vanilla. My gosh, everyone, look at the dissolved rock. Very impactful. Very, very impactful monster. Lucky enough, I know there's no such thing as an Earth Neos. Or Honest, or anything like that pops up Earth monsters that I don't know about. The problem is, in these type of decks where I'm not sure if it's a person or if it's a freaking bot, it's always hard to determine, like, what's the best course of action to deal with them. Like, how long do I have to wait for them to complete all their actions? At least I know one thing. We don't win with this. They have something they can activate? Something activating the graveyard that I don't know about? Well, actually, no, we do just straight win the game now. Scale. Scale. Pendulum summon 2. Summon. Summon. Battle. 15. 23. 25. Victory is ours against Vanilla Beatdown Turbo something else. Alright, show me what you got. 2 legacy packs, we got one of our secret packs. Which one should we crack open? Let's do the Proxine Relinquished. Let's crack this one open. What do we got? The vintage isn't that great, everybody. Alright, what do we got? Barrel Regenerator. If we can get a rockets going, that's a good field. That's our field spell. Call of the Archfiend. If you target 1 level 5 or higher Fiend monster, graveyard, discard 1 Fiend monster. If you do special summon the targeted monster, that's if we can get a Fiend archetype going or Fiend deck moving. Guardian of the Voiceless Voice for the Voiceless Voice archetype, which we don't even have any cards we could use. Hey, look, a Fire King monster that we will never play because, again, we're not playing Cosmos, nor are we playing Fire Kings. The Path, Demirred Path, Crystal, Brilliant Spark. Brilliant Spark's neat, but again, you have to use Gym Knights to get it, and then a Lapis, and then a Lazuli. Alright, that was not much to talk about. Crack open these 2. Ooh, a burner. Okay, okay. The little dragon for Dragon Rulers, the baby dragon, Dragon Ruler. If we could see the big one, that'd be really good. Okay, I will take that, especially for the big one. Maju Garzet. Must be summoned from your hand by tributing all monsters you control. This card attack becomes the original attack of all the tribute monsters. This card attacks the defensive monster and plays Fiercing. We're not even going to play that. Drolago. If the only card your opponent controls are face-up monsters with 16 or more attack, this card can attack your opponent directly. Sure. Yeah, we'll die before we even get that going. And Gigatech Wolf Vanilla. Alright, we do have 2 more secret packs to get. Let's see if we can get them. Our next game has arrived, and we opened... Wow, we opened our scale. We're going first, huh? Alright. Well, all we'll do really is we'll just go this. Get the donut. Unless my opponent's going to ash me. Oh my goodness, the all-powerful, almighty Maximus C. Unfortunately, that won't be doing much because we are basically doing nothing else except setting this and setting that and passing. And Max C, quite impactful there. I mean, he's not wrong, the Max C. There's a card I wish we could get 1 copy in our hand of. Ancient Gear Forces. During the turn they were no special summon, your opponent cannot target Ancient Gear monsters you control with effects, and they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Your opponent can activate cards or effects in response to activation of Ancient Gear cards and effects. If this card is destroyed and spelled Trap Guard, you can special summon 1 Ancient Gear monster from your hand and your graveyard. Also, you cannot special summon monsters the rest of the turn except Ancient Gear. I don't think Ancient Gear Fortress right now is worth it swinging at. Maybe. Or we'll just win. Okay. We didn't even have to play the game. I'm not sure if he bricked up and he was hoping the Max C would get him some cards, but nonetheless, we made it to Silver 1. And we only have 1 more Master Pack or Secret Pack to get our hands on. So let's go open 1 more and the Legacy Pack. So what should we open now? You know what? Let's open True Awakening of the Oathbound Knights. So let's see. Featured cards. So this has all. So this has the Adamanticators. some really, really bad stuff, and the Centurions. Other than that, it's basically high rolly as anything. So, we'll have the high roll for anything. We got Soprano, the Melodious Songstress. Again, the Melodious stuff does have some really good support. We just have to find it in Master Duel. White Rose, Cloyster for Rose Dragon, and this is then a lot of plant stuff. During your draw phase, before you draw, you can declare one card type must spell a trap, reveal type card of your deck. If it's reveal type, apply this effect. Yeah, not really a good card for us. Neospace and Aqua Dolphin. We got 2 of these and we're not playing them? I think I was always up the hill if I should play them. Because at once per turn, you can discard 1 card, look at your opponent's hand, choose 1 monster. They control a monster with a higher attack greater than, or equal to the attack of the chosen card. Destroy the chosen card. If you do, flip 5. Again, neat, but again, discarding cards in our deck isn't really a good idea. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that name. It's a Nordic beast for the Nordic archetype. Adamancipator Crystal Raptite. Not really a played Adamancer card. Imbala Salvation for the Centurions, which we would need a lot more. Another Seeker. And Centurion Emeth the 6th. Again, really can only play around the Centurion stuff if we have really the Centurion package we can utilize. The one of Legacy pack here. We got ourselves Emissary of the Oasis. While face up level 3 or lower normal monsters on your side of the field, your opponent cannot select this card for your attack while this card is face up on the field. Any battle damage to the controller of this card involving a level 3 or lower normal monster becomes 0. Yeah, fascinating. We're not playing it. Kangaroo Champ. That's some weird art, man. A monster that battles this card is changed the defense position after damage calculation. Okay, yep. Both hot garbage cards. Alright, it is time to go get our last secret pack. Time to play some more YuGiOh! We opened Gizmek this time. Well, at least we've seen the Gizmek. The Mech Man is now here once again, and we're playing Millennium stuff. Blech. Oh no, this is a Millennium. This is not that Millennium deck. This is the Exodia new deck strategy. Okay, I will have to read this Exodia monster to determine if Lightning Vortex or Gizmek can kill it. Cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. Unless we magically draw a Kaiju, I don't think we're killing that thing. Wait, doesn't it get the difference between our life points? Once per turn when a spell, trap card, or effect is activated, you can negate the activation. Once per turn during the end phase, you can set 1 Exodia or obliterate spell trap card. Once per turn during your standby phase, lose 1,000 attack. Once per turn, if this card battles... Oh, wait, no. It gains whatever life points you have. Once per turn, if this card battles during damage calculation, you can make this card... Well, we'll see. I mean, the only way we out is if we draw one of our Kaijus. That is, like, the only way we out this thing. Okay. No, we can't even do anything. Alright, yep, that was fun. Fascinating! We didn't get to play a single card because we don't have any way to deal with the Exodia. Everybody, he's come back to save us again. It's Wooly! This time it is Wooly's rank up game. And we opened kind of not hot garbage, but kind of hot garbage. Alright, it's time to play this bot, person, normal monster trap, card stun strategy again. You know, I'm not gonna yell about it. It's a free win, and that's what I always look for. Ways to get free wins. So that, you know, we can better excel the latter. What the heck is this thing? Justice Bringer. Once per turn, when you special summon a monster your opponent controls activates its effect, you can negate the activation. Okay, so basically I need to control a special summon monster for that to resolve. And so far, I don't own any special summon monsters. And I won't be owning many special summon monsters. Alright, well, I would gladly like my opponent to officially, like, allow me to play the game, or this bot to allow me to play the game. You know, that would be really nice. But I guess, you know, we're just gonna sit here for 300 seconds. Alright, well, I'm not gonna bore you all with sitting here and waiting for this bot or something to happen. If I finally get my turn, I'll be back. Otherwise, maybe we just time him out and we just get the win automatically. Either way, I'll see you then. Well, I won, everybody, by timeout. Well, thank you, Wooly, for getting me to win there. That was real nice of them. Alright, 2 legacy packs, our last master pack, and that's it for today. I know we have one more win for silver, but we'll leave that for one more video so we can go play some games in gold as well. Our last secret pack, Ties to Mother Nature. This should have all the, so this has the Gusto stuff and the Sacred Beast archetype. Again, the Gusto Emerald, though, we got that in our collection. That actually wouldn't be too bad. That actually, I know, will be a good card. Let's see if we get lucky. Alright. The question is, it's not in archetype. Well, I guess we're getting another pack, apparently. YuGiOh Punk Rising Carp. Okay, so the Punk stuff, again, needs 2 Punk cards. Amazonas Fighter, B-Trooper Squad, Gusto Falco. He's gonna swear if I got a third Gusto Falco. Gusto Goldo, and then Palika, the Descendant of Gusto, and the other card is Lose 1 Turn's neat. It's not good, really, in the modern era of Yu-Gi-Oh, but while monsters face up on the field, negates effects during the turn that monster was special summoned. Basically, if an effect monster special summon attack position changes defense position. I mean, it's neat. It's just not really all that great in the context of modern Yu-Gi-Oh, if I'm being a little honest. Still neat. Alright, we got Punk cards to open up. So I guess we're gonna go and get that last win. Here I thought we were done with the video, but nope, the video needs to go on. It's time to open some Punk cards. Now, before we go to get that secret pack with the Punk cards in it, we do still have to open these 2 legacy packs. Even though I'm pretty sure we're not going to play much. Ooh, look, 2 vanilla monsters, a chainsaw insect, which is neat. At this card bows the end of the damage step, you do get to draw 1 card. This may actually be going into our deck, just because it is a 2400 beat stick that draws us 1 at the end of the damage step. And an XYZ Dragon Cannon would need these pieces, which I don't think we even have. Chainsaw Insect, though, we'll have to probably consider that because that's not actually a bad card. Especially because we get to draw 1 at 24,000. At 2400 is not bad. Alright, here we go. We opened up Scales. We opened up the Shifting Man. Even with the Shifter, I'm not playing any Kashtira. I refuse to play that deck. Not that it would really matter. I think they can still get around Shifter easy. Alright, let's see if we can win here. We open Scales again. Holy crap, that's actually pretty nice. We also open Eldritch. Well, we would have to sacrifice both cards. I'd sacrifice both cards for Eldritch any day of the week. And mattering on what our top deck is. I was going to say maybe we're not going to play, but, you know, maybe we get a little lucky. 8 card extra deck. with Blue Eyes White Dragon, which we didn't even go into the new Link monster. I've actually never seen it. I don't even know what the new Link monster actually requires. That's actually kind of nice. We even get the donut. Okay, bunch of back row. When a card or effect is activated that targets this card, you can send one effect monster you control to the graveyard. And if you do, out of the 2 blue eyes with different names. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target one. Okay, so you have to send one effect monster you control to the graveyard. So he doesn't have an effect monster he controls as of right now. All right, let's go this to get donuts. We'll go Eldritch, send maneuvers, send this, call the haunted. Set this, grab Eldritch. Eldritch this away. I don't think we're making that anytime soon, so. I feel a little better sacrificing it. That means if we get Eldritch and another monster on board. Our opponent is having some DC issues. We're going to attack with the 1800 here first. Then we'll swing in for the Owly Man. We'll go to main phase 2. We'll just go to the end phase. Alright, well, I'm not exactly sure what my opponent's even playing. I would have thought Blue Eyes White Dragon, but I would have swore the Link 1 for Blue Eyes, I would have thought. Unfortunately, this doesn't give me... Where's the Link 1? 1 level 4 or lower dragon or spellcaster monster. Was that chick a spellcaster? Doesn't matter anyways. Our opponent surrendered. We won. We've done it. We've made it up to gold! Just by the use of a bunch of secret packs and battling some bots. Yeah, not bad. We made it to gold. 3 legacy packs, our punk secret pack. Alright, the ultimate traditional art. You are. I would like to see it be a UR on the it's on this side. Ugh, I wanted it to be on that side. ZS Orbos Sage. Oh, I didn't want to touch the lightning. All right. I don't know if we have Utopia, but if we do, Utopia Lightning is something good. Oh my gosh, wow. We'll talk about these secret packs. We'll talk about them, but we probably are not going to go after them. Scolding, Longong of Punk, Callus Crusted Caldia, a Karakuri and a Karakuri. Okay. Let's talk about these secret packs real quick. My plan was to get this last secret pack and not really go and crack more open. We've reached gold, and that's our goal. The only real one that I feel is really worth it would be the Madolche one and the Champions of Hope to maybe get Utopia. But honestly, I'm not really looking for anything in here. Let's be honest, if we're gonna look for anything, it would just be Utopia. It literally just be a Utopia monster, a Utopia, which is a UR. So, everything I want out of these packs is UR based. UR or SR, which means we'd have to get extremely lucky to get our hands on it. So, I know a lot of you are not going to be happy with me just skipping out on those secret packs, but let's be kind of honest. We'd have to get lucky to even get any of the really good cards, and then we'd have to get multiples of those really good cards. Master of the Flaming Dragon Sword. When a monster is normal summoned to your side of the field except itself, you can increase this card's level by 1. This card gains 300 attack until the end phase. Again, a Mimic, another performing power of that sheep. The Dark Piercing Light. Flip all face down monsters your opponent's side of the field face up. Sure, man. And then Overdoom Line. If a plant monster... So this is for plants. Alright, and that's pretty much it. So, as much as I would like to crack these secret packs. I'm a little done for the season, everybody. Again, Utopia would be the only thing we're hunting out of this one, and it's a UR. And sure, we get 2 chances at some Modolce stuff, but the good Modolce stuff is at SR or UR. We'd have to get lucky that Master Duel continues to spit out those at those levels. But even if we were to get one, there's no guarantee that we'll get like a Modolce card from here or a Modolce card from here. So honestly, this would be the only one I'd go after, but I'd just be looking for Utopia or, you know, number F0, which we don't even have F0. I think we have F0. I'm not exactly sure. What's F0? I don't even think we even have F0. He's an SR. So yeah, really thinking about it. I'm not too afraid of losing these packs. But yeah, you guys can go complain down in the comments below that I'm throwing away those packs when I could have a chance to get them. But that's pretty much it, folks. That's the end of May. When we return, it will be July, and we'll be climbing up the bronze ladder. We'll be attempting to see if or not we want to climb the silver ladder. My guess is we'll try to go through the silver ladder as well to try to get back to gold so we fall back to silver. But again, we can talk about that once I get back from my trip in Japan in July. So we'll see you all in the July season. And once again, feel free to complain down in the comments about me missing out on those secret packs. Until next time.